What's up, my little Tabitha? How you doing? Listen, sit down. Let's get into the Keeping Up with the Kardashian. I'm reviewing the season because y'all, the lies, they're almost too much. Listen, let's get into this recap because there's so much that the gossip blogs can't tell you. So to begin with, right? My name is Tisa. Hit that like and subscribe button. You know, I'll ask later when I earn value. The episode opens up with basically, it looks like one of those commercials for when you're deciding where you're going to finally rest. It looks like it's a commercial for a cemetery, for a funeral home. I really don't know. Khloé, the scene opens up and Khloé is shockingly skinny, which I can believe, right? I honestly do believe Kim had to work hard for her weight loss. Khloé looks like this is just stress, right? It's eating her apart. I actually felt a little bad when I saw Khloé. Until her baby shower scene. Anyway, y'all, hold on. Let's go. So they're just like, listen, let's talk about Bruno. To which I was like, is that the baby's name? So Kim, once again, being completely emotionally oblivious, was like, get it out. Just let it go. Everybody's going to talk trash. That's what these nasty people do. Kim, your PR department talks more trash than anyone. And who is nastier than you, baby? But go on, right? And then Khloé says what I'm thinking. She's like, looks at her like, yeah, but it's also sad that my life and the love of my life and the family I so desperately wanted is evading me. Kim literally always gives me narc vibes. Like, Kim, do you even understand? You think Khloé is looking off into the distance with a tear coming down crying because of what's written on the shade room when her whole granted, it was diluted, but her whole diluted plan for the rest of her life just dissolved, and the family she wanted has eluded her. Kim is but let's move. Okay, so then Khloé reenacts what happened, and I gotta be honest with you, the tears in Khloé's eyes are real. It is heartbreaking. It's so heartbreaking. The pain you feel, and for any human to be in that much pain. She's outlining when Kim was like, is this isn't a sign for you not to have a baby? I don't know what is. And Khloé's like, hold on, I have to tell you something. All these things out of in the third. And we know that. And Kim's like, oh my God. Here's the thing I will say, and how can I say this as delicately as possible? I don't believe a word that comes out of Khloé's mouth when it comes to the timeline. You don't just implant embryos. You're supposed to be filming a reality TV show, right? Finding the surrogate and getting her prepped to hold the baby, and even for extracting the eggs, and even with harvesting them, and even implanting the embryos, this is a 6-month process at the earliest. A 6-month process. So I say to you, Khloé, that means you were working on this while you were threatening to sue girls that said Tristan was their kid's father, while you were chasing off groupies, while you literally lied to us and told us that you broke up with them in July. Now, do I care if Tristan and Khloé are together? Absolutely not. Like, honestly, it's actually good for gossip, right? If they're together, they are like, listen, there's always going to be shenanigans with them. Do I care though, whether they're together or not? No, if they're happy together, be together. If they're not, they're not. I'm talking about every single timeline that Khloé has put forth with Tristan has been a lie. So now that you've lied to us consistently for that you've been with Tristan, you've lied about when you guys are together, when you're not. You lied about I'm over you. Meanwhile, he's chilling at the house. You guys even told us in July that you were broken up, and come to find out you were secretly building a house together because you secretly got embryo. You were harvesting embryos, about to implant embryos in. And now you're sitting here and you are crying, and it's heartbreaking, but you are also not even a victim of your own delusion. Khloé, you built this house out of bricks, and now you're mad you live in a brick house. Again, I get Tristan is a narcissist. Tristan is trash, but then I also thought Tristan's been very, very silent in this whole situation, except to pop up with a new girlfriend. Does Tristan have an NDA? I'm being serious. Do they have an ironclad NDA on Tristan? Because it's weird that Tristan never responds back, but he responds back in his actions, if that makes any sense. He never gives a thing, but he'll do Instagram captions and responds back in his actions. You guys, but hold on, let's continue because even, let's continue. I can't. Let's continue. 1 second. And lastly, I really honestly do believe, this is what I honestly believe. I believe with my heart and soul, until Khloé showed me different, that timeline of when she found out and those embryos being implanted. Remember when this first came out, she told us that the embryos had been implanted a month earlier, right? Then as people are like, that doesn't make sense. It moved to, oh no, well, it was in what is it, in December, it was in November, early November, and this happened in December. Then on this show, you're now telling us that it was only a matter of days, just like 1, 2, 3 days, only a matter of days. Y'all, yeah, let's move on. Well, then Khloé goes over to Kylie's house, right? And Kylie messed up her face 100%. She doesn't even look like herself anymore, and her lips look like duck lips. I don't know what she's doing. I don't know why. Kylie, God bless. I guess that filler isn't dissolving. Khloé starts sitting down talking about nobody in her house knows. Your employees don't have NDAs. Who lives in your house? Khloé, you just moved in. Also, that's when I said, see, this is the problem with the Kardashians when they go for the sympathy for. There's always something underneath it. They're doing this whole revisionist history because a lot of people are saying that they were in violation of their Hulu contract by not showing their real life and keeping things a secret. That's why Khloé's like, I kept it a secret for my sanity and for the sanity of the surrogate. And even Kylie and everybody's acting like, oh, we just found out. Nobody was annoyed or upset or even asked questions, either on camera or on off, about why didn't you trust me enough to tell me? Why didn't you mention it? And the fact that they're playing this like death funeral music, while it's all going on with their soulful looks, stop with the telenovela stuff and give us some reality, God. So the next scene is Kylie, Kris, Kendall, and Kim, of course, and they're having a powwow. Kim wants to have it to see how to help Khloé get through this. We'll talk about that more later, but can I just say, Kim looks 60 with that hair. I thought in pictures it was just making her look old. That weight loss and that blonde hair, mama, that is not the move. Now, I'm interested to see, I'm watching this real time, how Kim is going to actually help Khloé, because in the opening scene when Khloé was crying to her, and she was like, because there's a lot of effing people on the internet that are effing mean. And I was like, is that really the thing to do, Kim? Last time you were helping, you literally pointed out to Khloé that also there's going to be people calling you a big idiot and all this stuff while Khloé's at her lowest point. So let's see what Kimberly has as a plan. Kris opens her mouth to give the worst take on this situation ever. She implies that Tristan wanted to trap Khloé and hang on to her in hopes that she would marry him. Kris, again, this is what I mean about the lies. Khloé was building a house with Tristan. They were moving furniture in. They were literally scheduled to move in a few days before the Marley Nichols thing. Khloé and Tristan were together. Khloé wants to marry Tristan. Tristan was trying to trap Khloé. The fact that you guys are doing this revisionist history is the reason why Khloé's so messed up. Now listen, Tristan might have wanted to trap you, but not to marry you, to torture you as his little mouse. Tristan appears to be a narcissist and doesn't give a F about anyone. And this was all amusement. He played with Khloé's life like it was a game of dice. He does not care about Khloé. He doesn't care about anybody. He, to me, appears to be a narcissist. But Kris Jenner, you're doing fan fiction that's basically giving Khloé hope that the reason he lied to you, humiliated you, had another baby, did this, did that, is because he loves you and was hoping to trap you to marry him? Man, that sounds like a threat, not an act of love, but let's continue. So anyway, Kendall and Kylie were like, listen, let's just do something for Khloé to make her feel better, right? Kylie's like, I think it should just be something private because I don't think. And then Kim's like, no, we have to have a public baby shower because, as we know from Kim's text with Ray J, Kim sees everything as a storyline. And she's like, it's time to shift the energy. No, Kim, you saw, in my opinion, an opportunity for Khloé to become the main storyline. Why nobody asks about why Pete, dirty sock, crunchy sock, Pete broke up with you. Nice try. Kim is diabolical. Also, can we point out, Kim looks like she has bubonic plague with that blonde hair. And third of all, can we stop acting like they didn't film this episode after we all found out when I think the baby came 3 weeks later. Man, this is also fake. But let's continue. We go over to back to Khloé's house. Malika walks in looking like she is from planet Vulcan. Malika, I don't understand. Malika and her twin were always so beautiful. What happened to her face? Like, what is this? What is, like, does she have body dysmorphia, face dysmorphia? What the hell is going on with that girl's face? Now, Khloé's sitting there and she is with True. And can I just say this about True? That is such a cute girl. True is a cutie patootie. And when they talk about Tristan having another baby with Khloé, I know that little boy is going to be just as cute. Tristan is a narcissist. Khloé is a dum-dum. And we're going to talk about her since it airs, but True is an angel face. And she seems like she has such an adorable personality. And say what you want about Khloé, and I know I'm the one saying it, True seems like she's incredibly well adjusted and very well loved. Kudos to Khloé for trying to break this generational curse with True. Anyway, Khloé goes for the sympathy play saying, and the worst thing is everybody's going to be on the interline calling me an idiot. And I don't think Khloé realizes why everybody's calling her a dum-dum. At least I can speak for myself. This situation that Khloé is sitting there crying crocodile tears over and so hurt. And I do believe that, of course, Tris is a narcissist. It's scary. You had warning. You're literally walking over a lot of things because you're trying to make yourself into the victim. But more importantly, when it was Jordan Craig and Tristan, this is his first woman he has a baby with, Tristan literally begged her to go through IVF. I do believe Tristan narcissist is what he does. He begged her to go through IVF, encouraged her to get pregnant, and then started cheating on her with Khloé. And you know how Khloé knows this? Because you were there with the court papers. You were there gallivanting with Tristan so much that girl almost lost her baby. It's in the court documents. You don't believe me? Go look at my playlist. For Khloé and Tristan Mess, I do a whole thing on it. You literally then mocked her ruthlessly on social media, flaunting the fact that you took her man, calling her broke. We buy our own business. All the Kardashian mean girl stuff, you were doing it with Malika, you were doing it with all your girlfriends. And now you're sitting here and your heart's breaking. Forgive me if I find it hard to feel some type of sympathy, because at the end of the day, when it comes to Khloé and Tristan, I don't believe there's any victims. I do believe everybody's a monster. Just some monsters are bigger than others. That's all. But let's keep going. So then we find out that Kris had a little sneaky link pad and it was stocked full of champagne. Now, we all know Kris Jenner is allegedly, she loves a good little cocktail after 5, even if it's 1 in the afternoon. At least that's what people are saying. But the fact that they're not, she said she forgot she owned it. How about when you and Bruce were having problems? That was your little sneaky link. That was your condo. That was the hookup pad. Yo, I might got security footage for who was leaving and entering that place. Y'all, let's get into that. Okay, so Kris Jenner just came out and confirmed that Khloé lied about nobody knowing about the baby. She's trying to act like people just found out. And Kris literally said on camera, we just tried to suppress the feelings for 9 months because we don't want to upset you. But we didn't know about Marley 9 months ago, did we? Y'all, hold on, let's get back to this scene. Okay, so basically, I got a little bit excited. So Khloé's saying that As soon as she found out about, they implanted the embryos, and a day or two later, she found out that Tristan had this paternity thing. So I guess that is 9 months. Basically, Khloé is looking at her mom like, because basically Kris is crying, but you're trying to convince Khloé to film her baby shower for content. You're trying to convince Khloé to use her pain, which is what she does every season, and make a storyline that's going to carry the whole family, because no one else, especially Kim, is showing her life, right? And then Kris goes like, you know how they always like feed into patriarchy? I just want to know when she sees the baby, it's going to be joyous. Stop with the Pollyanna answers. Let's get to some real mess. Okay, so then he's literally, Chloe's having this weird conversation with Kim, and I see what they have all their, everything is a storyline, everything is fake. They're talking about Tristan, the man that did the unspeakable, right? Over and over again. If it's an option, Kris is encouraged, not Kris, Kim is encouraging her to have Tristan in the room so it can be a story they tell. Do you understand you are dealing with a narcissist? Why are you encouraging your sister to play fairy tale land with a narcissist she's in love with? Do you honestly think that the baby's going to sit there and be like, well, at least my dad was in the delivery room when I was born. Too bad he took my mom through hell for my whole entire life. Again, everything is fake in a storyline. Everybody talks about Tristan and the way he messes with Khloé's head. I'm beginning to see the family is one of the reasons why she's so messed up. Why would Kim be encouraging her to have Tristan in the living room, knowing this? Tristan isn't just a piece of trash. He's not just a bad father. He's not just a horrible human being. I fully believe he is a full-on narcissist. Why would you give your narcissist access to your sister in such a vulnerable time when he gets off on hurting her, humiliating her, and ripping her heart out? Like they said, he did this 48 hours before you had True, and now you're doing this with the baby again? What's not... Hold on, guys. I'll be back. I gotta finish watching that. Weird dichotomy of the Kardashians, right? They talk about how they need Tristan in the room and you need that memory and the baby needs to see this, but it's all cap. Are they using Khloé for a storyline? Because I'm being serious. You're so worried about the baby having Tristan there and having that story, but you're making a whole episode about how your dad is a piece of crap and how your mom was like really sad and how your mom was not excited for you to come into this world, and her whole family had to gather around her and throw her a baby shower for your mom to get excited about you, because without your mom, without your dad's love, your mom doesn't give a damn that you're coming into this world. Well, it's not clicking, but let's continue. Also, really quick, can I say one thing? The Keeping Up with the Kardashians has the worst soundtrack of any reality TV show I've ever seen. Right now, I think they're going to Khloé's baby shower, and you hear somebody singing, "A pump it up, a pump it up." I'm not even joking. It's just like, it's worse than the worst music you've ever heard in CVS, because you know sometimes CVS and Target be having bops, right? Sometimes they have bops. It is the worst. It's listen, if anybody has a customer service and they want people to hang up, play Keeping Up with the Kardashians soundtrack. Is bad. Okay, so they roll up to the baby shower. It's not as grand as you expect most Kardashian events, but honestly, I think they planned this thing in 1 week. Hulu was like, you better get up there and work, right? When did the twins start talking like old, like, I know. She's like, thank you for coming and celebrating my Khloé. I mean, our Khloé. Malika, I know. She's the best. I love her. When did you start talking like that? Gosh, everything in this show is so fake. But again, the most disturbing thing is you talk about how you want everything to be perfect for the baby, but you're making a whole show about how, because the father's love wasn't there, you just can't get excited for a baby. Even like, anyway, this baby shower is a mess, and they tried it. Okay, so they're having the world's most boring baby shower. Kim breaks down in tears. I find it actually a little bit sick. And again, maybe they think they're being real, that you're making a whole story around how Khloé, when Tristan wasn't around, really didn't want that baby at all, and she couldn't find any joy in the situation. Maybe it is real. Maybe you guys will feel like this. I find it sick that you're documenting it. For people that are so concerned about what the baby's going to see when he looks back. They even have the nerve at the baby shower to be like, what about Tio? And everybody just looks. Y'all, the Kardashians are so phony and so fake. And this is like, it's a weird, like, trauma dump. And the thing is, I will say, I actually think Tristan was the only villain. I think that Khloé's family is the reason Khloé is so messed up. And the whole time, Khloé's just looking at them like, are y'all finished or y'all done? Y'all, and this baby shower is boring. But what do you do when Hulu makes you throw something together in like a week? Anyway, y'all, the episode pretty much ends there. Kim and Kris start crying because, I don't know, they're trying to get a storyline. And Khloé's just looking at them like, if you don't get out of my face and sit down. And this is all fake, but even on the level of fakeness, this is going into, forget about being unbelievable. It's like, girl, you tried it. But I enjoyed breaking down this episode. Hopefully next week's episode is better. Anyway, y'all, I hope you appreciated me watching Keeping Up with the Kardashians season 2, episode 1. So you don't have to. Or if you do watch it, if you did watch it, let me know what you actually thought. Anyway, I'll talk to you later, my little tattletales. Bye.